Okay, welcome to today's class. Today I am going to deal with the nodal analysis. This nodal analysis is one of the a technique for or a method for network analysis. In the nodal analysis, you are going to first identify the number of nodes for a given network. Then we are assigning the voltages or assuming the voltages at those nodes, and current equations are written on the basis of these voltages. And while writing the equations, you must know the current directions in each branches of a network. So you need to assume the direction of the current either away from the node or towards the node. Usually you are going to take it as currents are assumed to be emanated from the nodes. Emanated from the nodes means it is away from the node. So number of nodal equations for a given network you have to write is equal to n minus 1, where n is the number of nodes. So in this analysis you need to first identify the number of nodes, okay, then after that you need to mark the current in each branches. Then you can write the current equations in terms of the whatever the node voltages what you are going to assume. Let us consider an example. So in this example it is asked to find out the determine the nodal voltages and branch currents. So in the nodal analysis, first I told you need to identify the nodes. For this given network, you identified here the node A, node B, and this is another node. That is nothing but your reference node, like, okay. Another node, it is a reference node, okay. So there are three nodes. So therefore, the number of nodal equation to be written for this given network is n minus 1. N minus 1. So n is 3. So n minus 1 is nothing but 2. So therefore only two equations to be written for this particular network. So before writing the nodal equations, first you need to assign the current directions. So I assume the direction of current will be I1 is towards, I2 and I3 are away from this node. Similarly, at node B, I5 is towards and I4 is away, and anyhow I3 is towards the VB itself, that is node B. So that is how you need to assign the currents in each branches. Once you assign the currents in each branches, okay, usually you have to keep it in your mind. So if the branch is having a source of EMF, then whatever the direction of the current delivered by the source, so that will be you need to take it as a direction of current in that particular branch. Otherwise, try to assume it away from the or emanated from the node A or B, like. So see here, so I have assumed here the current is away. This is towards because the source deliver the current towards the node B. So that's why I assume the current is I5, because you already assume the direction of current I3 in this direction. So same current will be entered into the node B. Okay. So once you mark the currents, then you can write the nodal equation at node A as well as B. At node A, by KCL, what is KCL? KCL is nothing but algebraic sum of currents meeting at a point is equal to 0. Okay, or incoming current is equal to outgoing current. What is incoming current? I1 is incoming, I2 and I3 are outgoing. So therefore, I1 is incoming is equal to outgoing current I2 plus I3. Then if you just rearrange, I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. Then, and looking at the this network, you need to write the equation for the I1, I2, I3. So what is I1? I1 is current is flowing in this branch towards this node A. So therefore, if this branch is having a voltage source, so the voltage at this point is higher than this VA, because your current is flowing from higher potential to lower potential. So therefore, I1 is equal to 10 minus VA divided by 3. 10 minus VA divided by 3. Similarly, I2 is equal to VA minus 0, because it's a reference. So VA by 3, and then I3 is equal to VA minus VB divided by 5. Then if you substitute this I1, I2, I3 in this equation, okay, we just substituting the I1, I2 and I3. Then further you can expand and you can simplify. Now once you substitute the values of I1, I2 and I3, okay, then if you expanded this and simplify, you will get 0.8667 VA and minus 0.2 VB, that is equal to 3.33. So that you can call as equation number 2. Okay. So similarly you can write the equation for node B, nodal equation for node B. Now you can go for writing the nodal equation at node B. What is the nodal equation here? So incoming current is I3, outgoing currents are I4 and I5. So therefore, as per KCL, so incoming current is I3 plus I5 is equal to, you have I4 is the outgoing current. Okay, I4 is the outgoing current. Now what is the equation for I3? I3 is equal to, already know that I3 is equal to VA minus VB divided by 5. Okay, then what is I4? I4 is equal to, right here, I4 is equal to VB divided by 6, because VB minus 0 divided by 6, so that is VB by 6 itself. Then what is I5? Current is flowing from higher potential to lower potential, so therefore the I5 is equal to, you can write here, I5 is equal to 5U minus VB by 1. 5U minus VB divided by 1. So that is the equation for I5. So now you know the I3 and I4 and I5. You can just substitute here and you rearrange. So you will get the equation for nodal equation at B. Now corresponding to the node B, you have I3 plus I5. Those are nothing but your incoming, and I4 is nothing but your outgoing current. So if you rearrange, I3 minus I4 plus I5 is equal to 0, then you know the expression for I3 and I5 and also I4. Just to substitute these values in this equation. So and further you can expand and you can simplify. You will get this equation, that is 0.2 VA minus 0.3667 VB, that is equal to minus 5. So that you can call as a equation number 4. Equation number 2 represents your nodal equation corresponding to node A. This equation number 4 represents the nodal equation at node B. Okay. Then these two equations you can put it in a matrix form. Then you have two equations and two unknowns. You can easily get the value of VA and VB. Now you have put it that equation number 2 and 4 in matrix form. Then you can find out the value of VA and VB by determining the delta, and here delta value is equal to, you will get minus 1.1449, and similarly VA is equal to what you are going to mod of, so that means you are replacing this first column by this value and you determining this value and divided by delta, so that will give the value of VA. That value of VA is equal to 4.855 volts. Similarly VB, what you have done, you have taken this value, that means you are replacing this value by this value, okay. You have taken mod of that divided by delta, so if you find out the value, so it will be 4.369 volts. So that is how you need to get the value of VA and VB at node A and B. So once you know the VA and VB, so obviously you can calculate the I1, I2, I3, I4 as well as I5 using these values. Now once you know the VA and VB, so I1 is equal to 10 minus VA by 3, so you can just substitute VA here, you will get this value, so that is your I1. Similarly I2 is equal to VA by 2, so you will get this value. Then I3 is equal to VA minus VB by 5, so you will get this value. And similarly I4 is equal to VB by 6, so that value is equal to this. And I5 is equal to 5U minus VB by 1, so if you substitute the value of VB, so you will get this 0.631 amps. So these are called as a branch currents, okay. So once we determine the nodal voltages, you can easily determine the branch currents. So that is how you need to get the solution for given network, that is voltages as well as the currents. Voltages at the identified nodes and the currents in the whatever the branches are present in the given network. Now you can consider second problem. So in this, what is the determine the branch currents using the nodal analysis for the given network. This is the given network. For your understanding, just I have already marked the nodes. This node I identified as A, this is node B, this is node C. So voltage what you assume is VA, VB and VC, and this is another node, so that considered as a reference node. Okay. So therefore, for a given network, so there are 4 nodes. So n is equal to number of nodes, n is equal to 4. Okay. Then number of nodal equation to be written for this given network is n minus 1. N minus 1. N minus 1. So that is equal to how many equations to be written for this given network? 3, because 4 minus 1, 3. Okay. So where all you need to write the nodal equation? VA, VB and VC. Okay. So once you identify the nodes and how many nodal equation to be written for a given network, then you need to mark the currents. So in the each branches. Okay. For your convenience, already I have marked the current directions. So it's not necessarily the same direction. You can assume the any other direction also, opposite also you can assume it. So I1 I assumed in this direction because the source is there, current is delivered by the source, so therefore I just assume the direction towards the node A, this is I1. Similarly, this one I assume it as, so the current, whatever the direction I assumed is in this branch is I3, it will be in this direction. In this branch is I2 in this direction. So likewise, you can assume the direction of current in each branch. This is I4, I5 and this one I assumed as I6. Okay. Once you mark the current directions, then you can go for writing the nodal equation. So at node A, okay. So what is your KCL equation? At node A, you can write here at node A, at node A. So what is your nodal equation? As per KCL, I1 is incoming, I3 and I2 are outgoing. So therefore I can write here I1 is equal to I3, sorry, I3 plus I2 like, or I2 plus I3. Okay, okay, I3 plus I2. So once you write the KCL at this node, likewise you can write the KCL equation for the node B as well as the node C. What is the KCL equation at node B? So incoming currents are here I3, I4 and I5 are outgoing. So therefore at node B, what is the incoming current? Incoming current is I3. Outgoing currents are I4 and I5. I4 plus I5. Those are the outgoing currents. Okay. Then similarly, you can write the KCL equation at node C. What is the KCL equation at node C? Incoming current is I5. I2 is also incoming. Only I6 is outgoing. So therefore, I can write at node C is I6. I6 is equal to I2 plus I5. I2 plus I2 plus I5. I2 plus I5. So that is the KCL equation at node C. Okay. Once you are write the KCL equation at these three nodes, then you can go for writing the equation for each currents. So what is I1? By looking to this network, so I1 is equal to, because the current is toward this node, so current is going from higher potential to lower potential, therefore 100 minus VA divided by 100. So that is your I1. So I1 is equal to, I can write here I1 is equal to, what is the value? 100 minus VA. I can write here 100 minus VA divided by 100. So that is the expression for I1. Similarly, what is the expression for I2? VA minus VC divided by 500, because the current is flowing from higher potential to lower potential. So therefore, I can write here I2 is equal to, I can write VA minus VA minus VB, VA minus VB divided by 500. 500. So that is your equation for I2. Similarly, what is I3? I3 is equal to VA minus VB divided by 100. So likewise, you have to write the current equation for all. So I3 is equal to VA minus VB divided by 100. Then what is I4? I4 is equal to VB minus 0 divided by 500. That means VB by 500. Then what is I5? I5 is equal to VB minus VC divided by 300. So then I6 is equal to VC minus 0 or VC divided by 100. So those are the equation for currents like. So once you write the KCL equation for identified nodes, okay, then you need to write the current equations. Then those equations, whatever the current equations, will be substitute in these equations, that is KCL equations. This KCL equation corresponding to node A, this is the KCL equation corresponding to node B, this is the corresponding to node C. Okay, you need to substitute all the values of I1, I2, I3, I4, I5 and I6 in terms of V and VB in these equations. Then you rearrange, so you will get the three equations in terms of three unknowns. Okay, once you write the nodal equations and you substitute the value for, so this is corresponding to the node A. So I1 is equal to I2 plus I3, or you can just rearrange I1 minus I2 minus I3, that is equal to 0. So you know the expression for I1, I2, I3, so you can just substitute those values in these equations. Okay, then expand, simplify, you will get the this equation. This is corresponding to the node A. So this is, you can just call it as the equation number 1, like. Okay, similarly you can get the equation for the node B. This is the corresponding to node B. I3 is equal to I4 plus I5. Then you rearrange I3 minus I4 minus I5 is equal to 0. Then you know the equation for I3, I4 and I5. You just substitute these values in this equation and expand and simplify. You will get the equation. This equation you can call as the equation number 4. This is the nodal equation at node B. So likewise you can go for the node C also. This is the equation corresponding to node C. So at node C, I2 plus I5 is equal to I6, or I2 plus I5 minus I6 is equal to 0. You know the equation for I2, I5 and I6. You substitute those values in this and you will get the, and expand it, then you will get the equation 6. So this is the nodal equation corresponding to node C. Now equation number 2, 4 and 6. Okay, 2 is corresponding to the nodal equation corresponding to the node A. Equation number 4, nodal equation corresponding to the node B. This equation corresponding to the node C. So now 3 equations, 3 unknowns. So you can all these 3 equations put it in a matrix form. Okay, then you can solve for VA, VB, VC. So you will get VA 35, VB 22.22. You will get VA is equal to 35, VB is equal to 22.92, VC is equal to 10 volts. Then I1 is equal to, once you got this VA, VB, VC, you can substitute those values in the whatever the current equations. So you can get the values of IA, IB, IC. So this is your IA, IB, sorry, I1, not I1, I2, I3, I4 and I5 like. So all branch current you can calculate once you get the solution for this nodal voltages. Okay, similarly you can consider number of examples. So I have considered one more. So just you try yourself. So just I'll go past, like. Okay, so determine the V1, V2, V3 shown in the circuit by using nodal analysis. So for your understanding, I have already marked the nodes V1, V2 and V3. Okay, and also current directions will be marked in the diagram. So in this network, you have, instead of voltage source, you have a current sources here. So the current source means it will be deliver the current directly, like. Okay, current delivered in this branch is 6 ampere, will be outward from this node VA. Similarly here 3 ampere towards the node V3, like. Okay, so how many nodes in this network? 1, 2, 3 and reference. There are 4 nodes. So therefore n is equal to 4. So the number of equations, nodal equations, is equal to n minus 1, that is 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. Okay, so you need to write the 3 nodal equations for this given network. If you write the nodal equation corresponding to node A, I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus 6 is equal to 0. So, and if you write the equation for the currents I1, I2 and I3, then if you substitute these expressions in this equation, and you will get the this equation, then you can expand and simplify. You will get the this nodal equation corresponding to the node 1. Similarly, you will get the nodal equation corresponding to node 2, I2 plus I5 is equal to I4. So I5 is equal to this equation, I4 is equal to this. Then if you substitute these two equations in the above and expanding and simplify, you will get this equation. This is the nodal equation corresponding to the node 2. Similarly, corresponding to the node 3, so this is the equation. Incoming current is equal to outgoing current. and you rearrange I1 minus I5 minus I6 is equal to minus 3. Then you know the expression for I1, I5 and I6. We just substitute here. So if you expand and simplify, you will get this equation. So this is the nodal equation corresponding to the node 3. So after writing the nodal equation for node 1, 2 and 3, so all these three equations should be put it in a matrix form, and you can solve for V1, V2, V3. Now all the three equations, 1, 2 and 3 equations, put it in a matrix form. So that will be 3 equations and 3 unknowns. So we can solve for this voltage V1, V2, V3. Okay. So you get this answer using your calci and complete this problem. So I will complete, let me send now this class. So I will continue the next class. Okay. So any queries regarding this, we can post it in a Google Classroom. So the video recorded, that means whatever the recorded this video will be uploaded in the Google Classroom. You can uh, watch that video, and if you not understood, you can raise any questions. So in the Google Classroom itself. Okay, I will get it back your queries. So in the Google Classroom only. Okay.